first, planning ahead to know how to react in times of a crisis is always recommended. Sadly, some crisis situations may leave you unable to communicate your wishes regarding your care, and that's where advanced directives come in today's CI Health segment, sponsored by Carle, we have two representatives joining us, Greg Scott with Faith Community Health and Jeannie Douglas, who works in population health. I did not realize we even had a day dedicated to advanced directives, but Saturday, National Healthcare Decision Day. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of this day and people planning ahead regarding their care.
Right. So across the country, healthcare providers like ourselves are helping people think about every day in our world somebody shows up that has an unexpected life circumstance, right? And if we can do some planning ahead of time and talk with the people we love about what our wishes would be in those sort of situations, and ideally if we can get that written down, that even helps us more, and that's where those advanced directives comes in. That's the written part of it. But the conversations and talking about your wishes and your preferences and asking questions if you need to, that's all part of the planning. Much like car insurance, we hope you never need it, but when you do, you're very glad you have it.
Oh, exactly. And these are, like you mentioned, tough conversations. These aren't really things we want to think about. Being prepared, though, is so important. We kind of talk generally here. Greg, let's kind of give some specific examples of when these advanced directive kind of documents would come in handy.
Sure, and it's unfortunate that we see this in the health system of people that have unexpected illnesses or even injuries. So a person having a stroke that's unable to speak after that event, a person that has a severe car crash that ends up not able to make decisions or share their wishes. And then those that might have post-operative complications, that's one a lot of individuals don't even think about, that they go in for a standard surgical procedure and then there's complications. And so those are the specific instances where someone needs to share their wishes with someone beforehand.
Yeah. So if you know you're going to be under anesthesia, you know you're going in for some kind of procedure, best have that in place.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about some of the things that the person who will be making those decisions, what kind of decisions are they going to be making?
The easiest way to think of this is as broad as it would be if we asked you yourself. So you are giving that person a real place of honor that they're literally speaking for you for every decision medically that you would need made. There are ways to limit that. If you have limits you want to specifically write down on the forms, you could limit, like, I do not want something, and then that would limit their powers. But ultimately they will make, does this person go to surgery or not go to surgery? Do we do these treatments or not? Do they need to be transferred to a higher level of care than what we can offer here? So, and then of course, everyone likes to jump right to end of life, but there's really a lot of decisions before end of life. But then there can be end of life decisions too, where do we use a breathing machine? Do we use feeding tubes? You know, these type of things. So, again, tough conversations, but the more we can have them and talk through how you feel about those things as an individual, then your loved ones and your healthcare team can honor those wishes.
Yeah, oh my goodness, you just gave me so many different things that you really need to be thinking about ahead of time. So how do we even begin to create a document of this sort?
Yeah, so there's really, I like to look at it as a process. And so you start by thinking about this, and you have to have what I refer to as a reflection. And so you think about what are some of the spiritual and cultural things, what's a good day look like to me? And after you think about this, then you start to share. And you share with those that are close to you and your family and friends so that they know what your wish is and what your good day looks like. And then after that, then you want to identify who your spokesperson's going to be. And you start to share that with them, and then we need to write it down. After you've done these processes, then do the documents, and then you store those documents in a safe place and share those documents as well.
All right, well, you've given us lots to think about. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but I've got all of your notes on our website, directive.tv, for all of the information that we did not cover. They have a great website as well, and we'll have that all linked up at styliving.tv. We do thank Carle for sponsoring our health segment this afternoon. Not something you want to think about, but definitely something that you should.